Hi friends, welcome back to my channel SciTech. In this video, I'm going to do the epic vibration intensity comparison test between all of these smartphones which I got right now, which are below 35k rupees. Yes, when this is a question which I'm getting from plenty of users asking me to make a video, which is really powerful in terms of the intensity of the vibrations and which can actually support the 4D gaming vibrations as well. That is the most requested question as well. That's what I thought of including all the phones below 35,000 kind of range. So let's see which phone is a clear winner when you're typing and when you're trying to play the games. That's what my main motive of making this video. Starting with the first phone is the MI Linux device. Here we go. And second phone is the Realme X1 Max smartphone. And third is the Poco F3 GT we do have here. And fourth is a OnePlus Nord 2. And fifth is Moto H20. And sixth is the iQOO 7 device. And final phone is a Realme GT, which is quite close to 35,000, I think 35,999. So if you use a bank discount cards, you can definitely get the price below 35k. That's why I thought of including even that phone. So out of this all 7 phones, which phone has got really good haptic intensity while typing? Very high intensity, I mean very extreme. So the first phone which I'll be trying to declare the none other than which is iQOO 7 device. Yes friends, the iQOO 7 has got really high intensity. I'm not sure whether if you did not use this phone at least once, try to use this phone at least once, at least type using the keyboard something. You will feel really very good and strong haptic feedbacks in this device, very strong. So in the initial days, the haptic feedbacks is to be very strong that I want to decrease the haptic feedback. But before I used to not get that option, but later on with the software updates, now we can actually increase the intensity and decrease the intensity. Damn, it's really good. It's really powerful. And out of the phones, whatever I got right now, there's one phone which I'll definitely enjoy that high level of intensity. It's so much intensity level that in the beginning it's really irritating as well. That much kind of intensity you can actually get in this iQOO 7 device. And next thing, so out of all these phones at this moment, this is the only one phone which can actually support the 4D haptic vibrations. Yes, exactly, it's possible. None of these phones can actually do the 4D haptic vibration. They cannot do because of the UI. I'm not sure why they did not implement it properly. But this is a Fun Touch UI which is present in the iQOO 7 device. Not in the iQOO 7 device, even the iQOO Z3, iQOO 7 Legend. They do have one option which is called the 4D vibrations. So let me show you exactly in the Ultra Game Turbo mode. 4D game vibrations. Here you can actually use plenty of games as well, which are actually supported, which works fantastic while gaming. So for example, let's take the Realme. And we do have same thing in the OnePlus as well. I'll try to show you exactly what is happening. In the Realme X1 Max, this is a Realme X1 Max, you can actually get the option which says 4D vibrations, okay? But it only supports the PUBG Mobile at this moment. There are a couple of other Chinese games, but they did not display here. So PUBG Mobile is supported. And in the PUBG Mobile, the Korean version is supported. But in the Korean version, I cannot access the 4D vibrations. It's I'm not sure why they did not implement it properly. But this hardware is really good. There is no problem with the hardware intensity, friends. It's really strong. But the implementation of the UI is not proper organized in this device. If you try to look at the sample clips, which you can actually feel the really good haptic feedbacks. Very good 4D haptic feedbacks, which means you'll get the top feedback and the bottom feedback as well, which you can actually try it in your phone as well. It feels really good and really great, but implementation is so worst. The UI is not yet optimized till now. It's been a very long time, but till now the UI is not optimized for the 4D vibrations. So first phone is MI Linux device. Forget about this MI. I'm not sure why they did not even add at all. The 4D vibration you cannot get in the MI UI. There's no option to enable and disable. Next is regarding the OnePlus. As I said, the OnePlus has an option which says haptic enhancement. Let me show you. If you try to go to the settings option and go to the settings and haptic feedback enhancement. But the thing is that this haptic feedback enhancement is not working in the PUBG Battlegrounds Mobile Asphalt 9. It's not working. It used to work in the OnePlus 8T and other Oxygen OS mobile phones. But as soon as this got mixed and clubbed and everything happened in this device, so this feature is not working anymore in the OnePlus Nord 2. So overall, at this moment, you do have only one UI which is really supported. I mean, I did not use any other UI. I mean, other UIs. But whatever the phones I'm having in my studio, that's what I'm trying to say the conclusion. I'm not sure about other phones, but still, whatever the phones I got, that's what I'm trying to mention. In these phones, I can definitely say the iQOO 7 has got really very strong haptic feedback. Very strong. And you can actually customize everything. So for example, if you try to open the Battlegrounds mobile game, you can actually set the location and which buttons to impact the 4D vibrations as well. As you can see, you can actually change 4D vibrations. This is really good 4D vibrations. I'm not sure how many people will be using, but I'm really big fan because I do want that kind of tactile feedback, and whenever you click it, that's what I did like, to be frank. That's the one thing which I did like in this device. So after the IQ 7 device, which phone has got really good haptic feedbacks? So next is slightly kind of OnePlus Nord 2 little bit. Yes, OnePlus Nord 2 just a little bit. I did feel the OnePlus Nord 2 has got premium haptic feedback. And even in the OnePlus Nord 2 also, you do have the option to change the intensity levels. This is what I did like. So vibrate, on touch, notification and ring as well. As you can see, intensity you can actually change, but which we cannot use it while gaming. That's kind of really sad to see this kind of level of haptic feedback, but it's really good. It's kind of really good haptic feedbacks, but not as strong as the IQ 7. IQ 7 is kind of vibration intensity on steroids. Yes, exactly. That's what I can say on the IQ 7. So next to that, OnePlus Nord 2 little bit kind of okay, I would say, in terms of the vibration intensity, not a problem. So next, after the OnePlus Nord 2, which phone has got really good haptic feedback? Next phone comes in the race with the, I think, Realme and the Poco Mi, kind of really close to range, but I did like the Realme slightly in terms of the intensity levels. It's kind of slightly more intensity. That's what I did feel while using the Realme X1 Max and the Realme GT, both phones, in terms of the intensity, slightly kind of more than the Poco F3 GT and the Mi 11X device. So don't get me wrong, friends, even those phones, they do have the really good intensity, but the Realme X1 Max has got slight 4D kind of intensity, 4D, which you can actually feel from the top as well. If you try to hold the phone from the top only and try to type on the keyboard, you can actually feel the vibrations coming on the top side as well. That's very rare. If you feel the vibrations on the top, that means you do have very strong haptic feedbacks. In the future, they may give, because of software UI updates, if they give the 4D vibrations, you can actually take really good advantage in the Realme X1 Max device. That is what my main concern is. So the Realme UI should be optimized for this kind of hardware. The hardware is so much powerful that Realme UI is limiting its power. So that's another thing which I'll try to discuss in another video, so don't worry about those. And finally, with the Poco F3 GT and Mi 11X device, they both comes in the same range in terms of the haptic feedback and intensity in this both phones. Overall, it's kind of okay. Not that great, not too bad, but intensity, I cannot feel much on the top side in the Poco F3 GT. But anyways, if you're trying to type on the keyboard, you actually want the bottom feedback, right? So for the bottom, you should not have any kind of issues. So it's kind of really cool and smooth, no problem. So these are the intensity levels. I'll definitely rank it. So first, IQ 7 device, next OnePlus Nord 2, and third is the Realme, and fourth Poco and the Mi, and Moto H20. Let me try to use the Moto H20. It's kind of close to the Realme phone in terms of the intensity. Yes, it's kind of close to the Realme phone. That is what I can definitely rank the Moto H20 in terms of the intensity of the while typing. Anyway, even you cannot use in the while gameplay in the Moto H20. So I'm not sure why these UIs are not utilizing this kind of hardware capabilities of the phone. So maybe in the next updates we may get, but still. So that's it, friends. This is a quick epic vibration intensity comparison between all of these smartphones which I got right now, and hopefully you got a clear idea what is going on with the different UIs and which UI is providing what kind of functionality as well. So hopefully, let's see in the next updates we should be seeing that 4D vibration successfully working as well. See you in the next video, and let's stay for more updates. Meanwhile, signing off and bye.